feel like I say it after every break, Monty. We're all tied up. Coming back into the second half of this match, Vancouver Titans versus Guangzhou Charge. It was all Titans on map number 1. Nepal definitely went their way.
Charge.
Then Charge, I had that backwards. All Charge's way on map number 1. Titans coming back out of Hollywood, though, making short work of Guangzhou in that second one. So
the shortest work, in fact.
Pretty much as short as it can be.
There could be no shorter work that they made of the Guangzhou Charge, as a matter of fact.
Well, it took them like 2 team fights to take that first tick. So
yeah, I'm a little bummed.
It's still been a little bit quicker. But hey, Eileen's back in. Substitution over on the Charge side of things. Kib out, Eileen back in.
I'm sad that Kib's win rate has now dropped, considering they didn't win a single team fight.
Yeah, that's going to hurt the statistics.
And that last map.
Yeah. Oh, well, there goes that stat.
Unlucky. That's what happens when you have such a small sample size. But that said, though, yes, the Titans dominated them on Hollywood. They dominated as hard as a team can dominate another one in Overwatch.
Pretty much.
But that was going to be the worst map for the Charge. That was the one where they really had to play 3-3. They definitely don't have to play 3-3 on Volskaya or Route 66 until the second point on Volskaya, potentially, and then probably almost certainly the third point on Route 66. But with Eileen, I think we're looking at more Sombra, and that's what we're going to see.
Hey, you got to go with what works. Remember, Eileen did not die on Nepal when Charge won on that one as Sombra. So that pick's going to go quite well.
All right, we'll see if we are going to
make some changes here, though.
Yeah, they are going to make one change. So just one bumper over on the more mobile Winston so that he can jump across the point more easily, but it also really minimizes the number of swaps that the Titans are going to have to make for point B here. So it won't ruin their ult economy as they will only have to swap.
Oh, happy!
Well, yeah, he definitely makes me happy on this Widowmaker.
I was going to say, I wasn't even saying his name. That was just me expressing my emotion right there. That was sick.
We're going to see a lot of this, I think, this season from Happy. He is an ace Widowmaker player.
Pretty much. Wow. That's a good start. It's going to take a little while for Twilight to get back. Now Rio going in, trying to get some damage done. That's aggressive, though. All right.
Yeah, they need to contest the point, though. That's the problem here for the Charge. And
1 tick taken.
Yeah, they're going to give away a tick for free here. Twilight's still struggling to get back to the team.
Salome Soe is so well, though. Yeah, they need to deny Happy that final headshot there. Hack comes in. Eileen, no, is waiting for it. So, oh, Bumper in a lot of trouble here. He's got like 1 health, man. Twilight down already from on high. Oh, got booped again right at the end. Messed up his shot. Happy, he will not be denied. Bumper is down. That was a dramatic moment. Shoot taken out eventually. Meanwhile, back on the point, Titans still making progress. They've got 2 ticks already, and it looks like they might get a here at the end here. Yeah, looks like they will. Yeah, Janu actually going to mini diva, I believe, eliminate Happy, and they are going to get the point. Man. So as silly as that little duel was, Bumper was, in fact, doing his job because it took so long for Happy to get the last little sliver of HP off of him that the rest of the team happily camping on the point. Yep. And with only a Hammond to contest, that does make things difficult. There's the minefield right at the choke. Yeah, minefield. Right as Vancouver tries to come in, Bumper is going to fall right away with a lot of help from many members of Charge. Yeah, Happy does have to switch over to the Brigitte right now. I think they're just going to keep Eileen here on the Sombra for the rest of the map and switch up those roles as we saw on Control. All right, Vancouver regrouping. And they've got a few ults to use here on this next push. Not going to have that Graviton Surge, though. Eileen, again, waiting for yet another EMP opportunity. Has to have a big one. Yeah, well, it's a pretty decent one here. Gets a few. Now they got to follow it up. Nano boost used on the Guangzhou Charge side of things. Onto Rio as he tries to chase a few members around. Both Winstons doing what they can here. Vancouver is on the point. They use that sound barrier. It's going to be tough for Titans to finish this one. We'll see. Oh, Rio getting caught, though, at the self-destruct. And now Charge in a lot of trouble here. Bottled up back by the spawn. Nice delay from Hotba on the point for the moment. Finally giving up his Diva mech. Starting to look pretty good for Titans. Yeah, it's looking very good, Noah. Yep. Guangzhou Charge. They had to hit that EMP, but Vancouver Titans preempted it. They had already gotten the primal range out. That bought them the time on the point. Yeah, pretty much. They've got it. Wow, that was so fast from the Vancouver Titans. And it was really all about the zoning, man. I mean, they came in and they just were able to push Charge off the point and didn't give them any room to get back on. That's because the Nano Boost was already out. The Primal Rage was already out. They saved their sound barrier for after the EMP was cast. That was great ult sequencing from the Titans. Yeah, Impressive stuff from Vancouver already. Whoa. Whoa. It's a Blair Witch Overwatch league for a second there. Vancouver Titans doing quite well on that push. Now we have to wait, see if Charge can equalize. It's going to be tough. We'll see it after the break. It is time for the Guangzhou Charge to go on the attack here on Volskaya Industries. 4 minutes and 40 seconds in the time bank for the Titans after their very successful attack. So already Charge with a bit of a mountain to climb to try to equalize here on this map.
I think Guangzhou, they've got to keep running some of these less orthodox compositions. Titans handled it very well. I think you have to give a lot of credit to Bumper in this series. He spent a lot of his time keeping Happy occupied, and even if it wasn't successful on the controlled map, it was very successful on their attack on Volskaya.
Yep. True enough. Titans have looked solid ever since the first map. After they kind of shook off the rust on Nepal, they've looked really good. Yeah. Charge with that slightly unorthodox comp, but it looks like they might change things up. Everybody kind of going back.
Wow, they've actually decided to abandon this. Eileen is still on the flank. You can see him on the right side of your screen, running back invisible.
You know, even if you change over to the 3-3, you can still make that adaptation and keep the Sombra in and just roll with the 3 tanks and the 2 supports, but he's going to swap to the Brigida anyway. So.
All right, so what they're doing here is they're trying to counter the Winston goats that's happening at the moment by just forcing themselves onto the point. The Winston much weaker, because he could just get stunned and eliminated quickly if he doesn't have a Zarya bubble on him.
Charge trying to rotate around the side that gives their Reinhardt the least time, taking damage onto that shield here. Rio nearly moved off the high ground. Now Titans dropping down. They don't want to give up any percentage. Charge going onto the high ground themselves, right over the top, to try to scatter the Titans a little bit. If they can carve a couple people off from the main chunk of players, they can maybe get a pick. No luck so far, but they are getting some time on the point now.
Yeah, this is where it's difficult. They're going to try a nano boost to get into the back line here.
Bumper getting in there, and he's got that primal rage too if he needs to use it. Would love to save it if he can. Trying to get behind some of the members. He's going to force Rio to turn around. You got to watch out for that Winston in your back line.
And nano boost off now, though, and now they're going to punish him, but primal rage is there.
Yeah, he's got the grab. Oh, it doesn't matter. He used the primal rage, but the damage plus the charge from Rio were enough to finish him off, and that's what you got to worry about if you try to play that Winston Goats into the Rhine Goats. Guangzhou Charge really doing better in the 3-3. Hoxall finishes off Happy here. And so maybe Charge do have to back off in the end. It's going to give time for Bumper to get back on his own Rhine.
Fantastic execution again by the Titans. They get the anti-healing biotic grenade into the Graviton Surge. That means Guangzhou Charge cannot continue to really engage at all in that fight. They're going to have a very brief moment of time. Nope, no time at all now that they're trying to play the outside before the Titans can come back.
I was worried for a second there after Bumper fell early in that one, but the rest of the team holding Charge off just long enough. Janu, meanwhile, prime time for a self-destruct here as Charge come in. Oh, meanwhile, self-destruct that he has to deal with. It's going to get Salome Soe, couldn't get out of the way. Meanwhile, Nanoboost onto Bumper. He's going to get knocked down, though. Survives, but not the charge from Rio. And now, Guangzhou has the chance to finally take point A.
Yeah, rarely do you see a good self-destruct engagement, but it put the Vancouver Titans in a very difficult position inside that bunker. Either you're going to be walking out on the point to contest, don't want to deal with that when the shatter is there from Rio. And that's going to be a taken point here by the Guangzhou Charge, but they will almost certainly, and basically certainly at this point, have less time.
Yeah, Titans making a small alteration, Twilight swapping from the Ana over to the Zenyatta now, as they get ready for their point B defense. Charge coming in on the high ground. They get the son of Janu, but luckily the Zarya shield is there just in time. Guangzhou Charge just kind of waiting it out. They don't really have any ultimates at the moment, so it's tough to approach this. They're gonna have the trance now. Shu's got it. Now Rally Started up by the Titans as the push comes in. Eileen down early. Oh man, and that Transcendence little bit late from Shu there. Would have preferred to keep his Brigitte alive. Titans using that Graviton Surge to finish this one off. Salome Soe, little bit of revenge there as he gets the 3K plus the D-Mech onto Hotba.
Yeah, as soon as you see that Transcendence there, you're ecstatic if you're the Vancouver Titans, because that ends, you just throw in the Graviton, quickly clean up the engagement.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a little bit of indecisiveness or something there, but Eileen died just like right before
Eileen
it came out.
was very low. It should have been used probably about a half second sooner, but these are very minor mistakes that end up costing you.
Oh, for sure. Timing your Transcendences as Zenyatta is definitely a fine art, that's for sure.
Happy looking at a Graviton right now, but Vancouver feeling okay with their Transcendence available.
I think so. Happy pretty well charged up. Has that Graviton Surge as well. Doesn't want to let Hoppa eat it. Focus those right clicks in there right now. Twilight on the Titan side has his Transcendence. Zenyatta. Charge with a couple ultimates to work with. I think they're going to wait out that self-destruct for Hotba so they can maybe try to get the combo with Happy Zarya. We'll see. They certainly seem to be biding their time. Now the approach comes in right as the self-destruct comes up for Hotba. They're going to go for it, I think. Yep, Hotba popping that ultimate. There's the boop. Did he get anybody? Not quite. Sound Barrier came in at the right time for the Titans, and now they're going to return fire in onto the charge. Charge, though, having none of it. They're going to have to scatter, though. Self-destruct coming in from Titans. Rio does go down, and that might be the end of Charge's push right there. Yeah, goodbye, Chara. Twilight gets another one. It's all clean up here, and the Titans buying themselves even more time, down to 2:30 on the clock for Charge.
I mean, it wasn't even the fact that the sound barrier was used by the Titans. It was simply that the charge pushed everybody so far away from the self-destruct that the damage, dissipates based on distance. So there was really not a lot of damage coming in to the main people who were trying to get caught in that self-destruct, and means Guangzhou a little bit shaky there on their combo.
They are looking a little bit shakier for sure. Grab comes in now. Chara down immediately, but Bumper in return. So the Reinhardt traded for the Lucio. That might be a trade that Guangzhou is not too disappointed with. They
you love that
push
trade.
Going.
You love that trade if you're Guangzhou.
The respawn's coming in quicker, but you'll take it every time. Hotba trying to finish off Slime here. Can't quite do it. Slime gets to the health pack. So elusive. Meanwhile, Rio goes down. Hotba tunneling so much on that Lucio kill while his Reinhardt dies. That is rough, man.
You had to kill that Lucio. What do you say?
Death to Lucio!
That's a bummer when you don't get that one.
That's right.
And Guangzhou back at spawn, reconsidering their options right now. Only 90 seconds remain for them to take the second objective, and they haven't even gotten one tick yet.
That's tough, man. Sometimes you really want that kill. And, at this rate, even if Charge do take the point, they're going to be so far behind in time bank.
I mean, Vancouver has 6 ults, effectively, so I'm not sure exactly how Guangzhou Charge think they're going to engage this.
Well, they're going to try to engage it with the self-destruct. Not going to come up with anything, though, with that. Now Transcendence comes in for the Titans, but not soon enough to save Bumper. Here's a chance for the Charge. If they can win this fight decisively, they might be able to get something going here. That's going to be one tick as Janu gets D-Mech, and Charge may have just found a way to pull it out at the very end here. 2 ticks. The re-engage has to come sometime for Titans. Oh, but the grab keeps them out. And just like that, Charge equalized here on Volskaya.
I'm not sure what happened to Slime's sound barrier there, Doa, but it didn't come in, and that gave them the kill onto Bumper, which is all they needed.
Yeah.
Holding them off, the Titans off the point with the Graviton Surge to get the time they need to complete the map.
Quick break, and then we are going into the time bank mode here on Volskaya. Let's take a look at Happy's Graviton Surge at the very end of that last map. This was the one, if I recall right, that just kind of sealed the deal for Guangzhou Charge to win this map, and you can see so close to doing it. And rather than fight the reinforcements, just keep them off the point.
Yep, just tear them off right there. Great job by Happy, excellent placement.
Yep.
That ensures that they get a minute, but they have their work cut out for them, don't they? 1 minute to 4:55.
1 minute to 5. So Vancouver Titans with 5 times more time in the time bank. It's going to be rough for the Charge either way, but if they can be effective and aggressive, and that does not involve losing your Zenyatta early, they can do it. That's a rough start for Charge already. Shoe down was kind of late to get into that room, and Titans finish him off.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a shooting gallery now.
Sure.
I mean, it's gonna be hard for Shoe to even rejoin his team. Yeah, they have to back off all the way into the choke, and that's valuable time that they're not going to get back.
That's half their time. That's more than half their minute right there. That Titans have bought just with that 1 kill onto the Zenyatta.
Try and push this through right now.
Yep.
They can't even get onto the point easily. Happy trying to take a pole position, get some more of that Zarya charge. They're going to try to drop down and clear up the high ground first, but they got to move.
I know, no kidding. 5 seconds left. They got to get in there. Charge needs to get on the point. Bumper, a little bit low health, gets that primal rage. Right at the end, he's going to keep most of Charge off the point anyway. There goes Rio. Good start for the Titans. Overtime expiring. They barely get back on there again, but there goes Janu. Already a couple tanks out of the way, but Bumper striking back, taking out Chara. They also did lose Rio back then too. Graviton Surge comes in. Maybe a chance here, but there's a Transcendence now. Charge trying to buy themselves some time, but no, the kills come in for the Titans, and they're going to push Guangzhou right off of there. Not a single tick taken, I believe, by the Charge there. They only had a minute to do it. Like we said, when you lose one of your members approaching the point like that, in that situation, you just cannot afford to have that happen.
I mean, it's even worse if it's the Zenyatta, because if the rest of the team moves forward, the Winston will just jump back in, isolate the Zenyatta as they try to approach that point. So everybody has to go back out through the choke to escort the Zenyatta back through. Kind of a nightmare situation for the Guangzhou Charge, and they cannot convert. 0% taken.
Well, the nightmare for the Charge is the dream for the Vancouver Titans, that they have nearly 5 minutes to take just 1 tick here on Volskaya. Kind of reminiscent of our last map, really, where they've got all the time in the world to just get a little bit to finish things off.
Guangzhou showing more fight, though, obviously completing the map as opposed to the full hold. So at least a difference there.
Certainly better in that regard, yeah.
But Vancouver really tightening things up after that first map.
Tightening things up, you say? We're the worst. You can actually hear the crowd moan. We're out in the crowd. Wow.
That's our specialty.
With that last season. Feels more real. I like it. 4:55 on the clock for the Titans. Again, not a lot needed to take a lead in this series. One more map to go, but it looks like this one's going to be all Titans here at the end. Bumper scoping things out with that Sombra.
Yep. Just taking a look right back onto the Winston.
That's right.
Making sure that there wasn't anything too terribly wacky. Does get the Lucio speed taxi back to the main composition.
Ooh, Rio half health already. They got to be really careful. They're going to jump on him. No. Going to the side. All right. They got the shield bash on him anyway. I think there was an opportunity to kill that Winston, but they're playing it safe.
Yeah, I agree with this. When they see the Winston, just go for the Reinhardt. This is the right play because you want to get that presence on the point because you only need 33%. So just go for the most HP, the most barriers you can, and stand there and stare at them.
The Charge can't give them much time on the point right now. Remember, they only need that 1 tick. Hawksaw about half health before he gets healed up. There goes Salome Soe, though. Shu getting a crucial kill there. Vancouver Titans responding in kind, though. Eileen low. And again, they're so close already. Twilight firing away, trying to take that support mirror. Now firing back into the pack. And I think they may have it. Oh, Bumper got a really fast Earth Shatter there. And that is going to be that. Vancouver Titans taking the lead in this series with a win on Volskaya.
Not too surprising. A little bit more fight from the Charge, and Vancouver well on their way to coming back and taking this 3-1.
Yeah, very true. We've got potentially 1 map to go here, charging to win if they're going to tie things up. We'll see if they do just that in just a moment.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Toyota, official North American partner of the Overwatch League. Toyota, let's go places.